Aloha and good evening. Well, it's time to spill the tea because it's a new moon today. And what makes this new moon so special because it's a very powerful one. And so as I get situated tonight in this little coco jour corner, which I really love because it's right outside and I can feel this Hawaii no Kaoi feeling because something about Hawaii, you can just smell the air and it smells like beautiful flowers. You know, I really took advantage of that scent. And once I was living in Beverly Hills for, geez, almost 6 years. And when I came back home and start living out here during the pandemic, during the last 2 years, I could really appreciate that scent of Mother Nature. So let me get a sip of my tea before I start what's happening with the new moon for August. Mm, wow. So as you can see, I just finished yoga, and this is a really great time to really bring in this really great energy of independence. Why? It's because when the new moon is in Leo, that's what it represents. A lot to do with the heart. Really dig deep into your heart and what you feel, and really use that independence of really developing your mind and really your spirit, because this energy that's really happening now, and those that are very HSP, highly sensitive people, you probably felt it coming really heavily this week. Whew. I was drinking so much tea because I was kept on feeling this dizziness, this, but I'm not dizzy. It's like this, it's hard to describe. But, anyways, is because you can see this energy is really, really rapidly changing, and it's going to start to really increase at the end of this month, which is this week, and into August the 1st. And so that's really this feeling when it magnify, and I think you've been seeing what's happening with Mother Nature. I mean, here in Hawaii, I mean, it's like one after another huge magnificent wave coming in and pounding over their houses, you know, condo, 2-story condominium, weddings getting literally crashed by the waves. And so all of these is all happening because of the different frequency. And if I talk about it, people's like, oh, what are you talking about? But those people that understand it can relate to what I'm talking about. But because of things magnifying it, what happens is very interesting. And I said it before in my other segments, that things that people had too much power, people who are really narcissistic, is going to find themselves in this vortex of either they're going to change the way their ways of how they treat people and how they live their lifestyle, or their thing is going to get swept up and into a bigger, huge typhoon, per se, And so these are the kind of things I'm talking about. Just so happened the other day where I'm not into really gossiping, and I'm not into TV because I don't watch TV, but this is the true TV is happening. And it's like, and this is what I'm talking when I say true TV, because we have reality TV. It's reality TV, but what's behind the scene of these reality TV are real life things that's been happening. And just so happened that this lady who starred in the Beverly Hills housewife, I guess is on Bravo channel. She left Honolulu, went back to LA, and exactly at LAX airport, guess what? She got served. And so that is going to be a huge eruption that's happening, because I've been on this thing and I'm literally like freaking out that, yesterday I sent that over to my friend who is part of this whole entire ordeal. And he probably don't mind if I share a little bit. He just texts me like huge text about it. And it's like it's going to go down, really going to go down, because this thing has been really under the radar in Los Angeles, all around that neighborhood, West Hollywood, Beverly Hills, Malibu, and all that, because he's in Malibu right now. And so this is going to be, there is so much whistleblowers that's just whistling out right now. And one of the biggest one is my friend who has gone through for how many years it's going through. And I've been telling him what's happening and, what to be prepared for. And it is happening. So believe it or not, things are going to be really going to be exposed. And there's going to be a lot of things that's going to be uncomfortable. Let's say that. And so I don't know why my eyes are itchy. You can see that it's this today I was just like cagging out here, and then now my eyes are just getting puffy, getting some kind of allergic reaction. Anyways, so things that we really need to do is, because there's so much things that's happening in the outer world, it's really going to start to take effect on a lot of things, especially financial. And when I say financial, straight across the board, we're going to have, like I've been saying, problems with food supply, water, as well as things of the internet, because we're going to have a little stop and go with the internet and technology thing, because they're doing that switch. And when there's a lot of things that's happening both end, we're going to lose that balance. And when I say we're going to lose the balance, it doesn't matter how rich, how poor you are, it's going to be a huge effect. And, the way sometimes they know how to control all of this is really doing another lockdown. And what I heard is that they're going to be severe different places that is going to have lockdowns, as well as this huge already crisis going down in Sri Lanka, as well as, many countries that we really don't hear about, the Dutch, and how the farmers are really upset. And so all of this is really going to start to take effect, because I've been saying, hurry up and get your medical micro bubble, because of the cost is going to go skyrocketing high soon. And I just saw it on the news that Daisho, for those people who know what that is a it's a Japanese 99-cent store, kind of, per se. They're raising up everything by a quarter because of the cost. And that's a lot to raise up things that high. And so we need to really be prepared in a lot of things that's going to happen. It's not to scare anybody, but this is what the new moon is all about. It's creating new intention. It's really planting the seed. And by getting some information that is out there that maybe we may or may not know, because things are really starting to shuffle, because we're going to have this thing with, you know, biology, with technology, and some things may be really good for like people who lost their limbs can get new things, technology where they can remote control themselves and things like that. And there's also going to be, which we already experience experiment of things that these technology and these biology things that's going to be used upon us. And so really take charge of how you want to live your lifestyle, because we had experience during 2 years ago how everybody started to get into gardening and start to really appreciate how we took the challenge in using our own sweat commodity, like I did today with hot yoga, our sweat commodity, to plant our seed, to build our own garden, meaning in many different ways, whether it's for your business, your personal life, or even your food supply. And so this is when really the independence of yourself comes out, and is the best time for you to really seek. Even though, you know what, I always say try it because it doesn't hurt you. I always say that failures are the best kind of medicine, because that's when you acknowledge we all have faults, we all have mistakes, we all learn from all of these things. And so that's when we become steward of what we know and gain that knowledge to go forward. And so really, time to really conserve food, and especially the energy meaning electricity, gas, all these, even the energy around us is going to start to upgrade good ways as well as bad ways. Prices, things, and everything is going to go up. And so we, the people, have to start to create a lot of things that we need. For example, I knew this was kind of coming. I had some kind of foresight. And so I decided to create our medical micro bubble machine that uses the power of water, no electricity. You see where I'm saying? Because this is going to be something that's going to be really helping the people, the environment, and most of us, the pets, because they need to get detox too. And so, you know, these are the kind of things that we need to take control and share all of these opportunities with people, because, you know, a lot of things may seem like it's crazy, and yeah, right, because we got spoiled by using things like gasoline, using the microwave oven, using things of convenient. And so if you can think and how to bring things to that convenient, bringing all that knowledge and bringing all that skills and creating something to really change the lifestyle for others, and the great thing about the Arminical micro bubble, it's so compact that you can just literally hook it up in your shower and use it yourself, and deep clean yourself every time you take a shower, because I'm ready to take a shower soon. And so really, this month that's coming up in August is really a time of unbalancedness, is because there's that shift. And that shift, you need to be anchored down in order for you to go forward, because there's going to be a lot of things happening in the outer world that's going to be swaying. First thing is government, okay? Because why? We have election coming up, right? And so we're going to have the primary, and then we're going to have the general election, and all these things that are happening. And people are getting ready for the next 2 years to campaign for the next election for the presidency. And so you see things are already shifting because we already in second gear for 2022. And we're next thing you know, in the next literally 4 months from now, we're going to be hitting the ending of 2022 and marching into 2023. And so start building. If you haven't, start building, because in these hard times is when the resilience of yourself, the tough survives, because we are so passionate to give what's really real. And so, like I said, a lot of these fakeness that's happening around us, whether it's the people or whether it's the system, and we know already that money and the financial is really, really corrupt the system, right? And so you see things like that happening, and especially, and I hate to say it, narcissistic people. This is when you need to start to change your mindset, because if you don't, you're going to be taken down. Because this typical narcissistic person is really me, 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 me. I want the attention. It's all about, but they're not the doer, because they're too busy seeking for attention and playing the victim or playing something. And so when that happens, they miss the boat, because there's sometimes they put 2 feet in two different boats and they split it in half. And this is when the boat is going to be splitting. So people like the Kardashian family, people like, I can't say, but people who, are going to start falling, and things are going to happen, bad things. I don't wish bad upon people, but that's how it works. I can't help it. It is what it is. And people who have done good, who's been working hard and putting all of their good energy in the right way, you start to see your life start to get ready to skyrocket, because this is the time when you really have to understand that chaos and craziness brings out really the foundation of new beginnings, because people are going to be, I'm over it. I have so much of my clients and so much people that I know is like, I'm over it. I'm so over it waiting 5 months for a vet appointment. I'm so over it in buying all these medications and all these things that doesn't really work. They try it, they're frustrated. And so when they see something that makes sense, which is literally eco-friendly, no energy, using the power of water, and most of all, using yourself and your unconditional love, people are getting more and more attracted to what's real, because it is, I mean, simple. And so a lot of these changes are going to happen. Like I said from before, the old versus the new. It's really how we take in and use, like, for example, like this technology. Can you imagine 20 years ago doing this kind of stuff? It was just the beginning of it. And so now it's like online courses is going to hit by 2023. Guess what? Over $30 trillion. Why? It's because the people wants to learn new skills, new knowledge, because so much things are really fake news or real news. I mean, this is going to be really a big thing that's going to happen because I mean, watch out because Hollywood studio and all I don't know what it is because there's going to be a mass copyright infringement, wire and mail fraud, bribery, extortion, systematic corruption in the judiciary system. Whew, there's a lot in my text about this. So I saw it. I was like, oh my God. When I was doing yoga, all of this was coming through, but I'm got it. It's the new moon. These are the things that are starting to really plant in the new crop where people power is over it. And so this today version is really a kind of me spilling the tea of what's happening, but it's also preparing you that the new moon is really time to be awakened because when we use our new intention, it's really creating our blocks for our future. So use some of these information that may or may not help you. I don't know, but I'm just spilling the tea because, hey, today's a new moon and I'm getting all these things that's happening around me. In fact, my other phone over there, guess what? This weekend, this is coming in my neck of the wood. NCIS. And guess what happened? They were supposed to come in. Then I get a text from one of the guys, and he says, so sorry, Monica. I know I'm supposed to come and visit you, but guess what? I tested positive for corona, for COVID. So he said, I'm out. I can't come. Then a couple of days later, the other night, I get another text from them and say, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I heard from this person. Yes, he is out for 1 week with COVID. And guess what happened? Right up the street on Colonial Highway, there was filming it, and there was a huge commotion that happened over there with that scene with the cars, and then they lost another location. So he's all like, ah. So we'll see what happens because I know they're starting to block off some of the place out here. I know where they're going to be filming, and let's see if this opportunity will be knocking, and who knows, right? So you never know when there's opportunity knocking, but always give out the aloha spirit and helping one another to really, because it doesn't matter. We all, like the whole world is really going a little bit crazy of things that's happening. So stay calm, stay anchored, stay focused, because there's going to be a huge magnifying energy that's coming our way. It's already on our way, but it's going to hit really hard on July 30th, August 1st, and all the way to the middle of August. So stay tuned. I can see my eyes are getting puffy, and I got to rinse it out with water, grabbing my Minico micro bubble machine, and just, you see, these are the kind of times when you have these airborne things that you can't see, but you know that there's something that got irritated. You can just wash it away. So if you want to learn more about our Minico micro bubble, click on cocojor.com, COCOJOR.com. We even put up a free assessment test that you can take to find out what's happening with your itchy, stinky dog and how you can do preventative care. So, whoops, things are going and it's already time to go. So, got to get back into answering a lot of my texts while I was busy doing yoga, getting ready to take a nice, good, deep, clean shower with our Minico micro bubble system. But stay tuned because we have a lot in store for you, and get ready for the beautiful energy that's coming our way. And most of all, don't forget to subscribe and click on the like button, and also get notification whenever we have a new video up on our YouTube. So most of all, thank you for all of your love and support, and aloha. So enjoy the new moon.